Yes, hello there. Today we are back at the farm to undertake yet another step in our coffee establishment process, what they call coffee training. We are going to be going through the process of coffee training, and then of course also we shall be helping ourselves to understand what coffee training is all about, or the purpose of coffee training. Okay, so I'll start with the purpose, then we shall go into the practical steps of training the coffee. So normally when we are planting these plantlets, it is usually one plantlet as you're putting it into the soil, and in many cases that plantlet will grow up as a single tree, meaning that if you leave it to grow as a single tree, eventually at the time of harvest you will only be harvesting coffee beans from one single tree. So now on to the purpose of training coffee. So the purpose therefore for training coffees, we bend it, as we shall be seeing in the process. We are going to be seeing it practically, in order to allow this plant to produce more trees. Okay, and remember, each tree at any one point in time stands or gives you a chance of having coffee beans that you can harvest at the point of harvesting, thereby increasing your yield. Okay, so the purpose once again for training or for bending in the layman's language of this coffee is to allow your coffee to produce more plantlets of its own, which eventually, as it grows, develop into trees, which trees at the time of harvest all will bear coffee, thus giving you more yields. Okay, so that's what we are here to do today. That's the step that we are here to undertake in our coffee plantation establishment process. All right, so in the next couple of minutes we are going to be seeing how that exactly is done. Mu Luganda mbaniriza abassebo ne bannyabo, mwebale ku twegattako nate nga tukola emirimu gino egy'okuba nti tuteekawo faamu yaffe oba ennimiro yaffe ey'emmwanyi, ngera bwe tuzze tugiraba mu videos eziyise era nga bwe mugiraba wano. Tuli mu kaseera ka nkuba, twebaza Katonda era ebirime byaffe bw'obitunulira ebisinga byeyagala, byonna byeyagala, era twebaza Katonda. So kati olwaleero kye tuzze okukola bassebo ne bannyabo, tuzze mu Luganda okukola kye bayita okuweta emmwanyi zaffe. Emmwanyi zaffe zino ebiseera ebisinga wali mu kuzisimba, tusimba endokwa emu, etera kubeera emu, tukiyite ekimera kimu, era bwe kiba kikula ebiseera ebisinga kikula kimu. Kati bwe kikula ekimu ne tukireka kikule kimu, kitegeeza nti ku biseera ebyamakungula ojja kubeera n'omuti gumu nga guliko emmwanyi ez'omuti gumu. Kati omugaso gw'okuweta emmwanyi zino nga bwe tugenda okulaba mu ddakiika eziddako awo, tuziweta, bwe tuziweta ne kizireetera okuzaala emiti emirala. Kati emiti egyo emirala gye gizaala nagyo tutera okulekako emiti ng'ebiri esatu ne guli omukadde oba gye tuyita mother plant oba gye wasimbira ddala mu ttaka. Kati wali bwe giba gikuze nagyo gireetako emmwanyi endala ne kyongeza amakungula g'oku buli muti. Kyeyandibadde akungula emmwanyi za muti gumu, kati jjukira bw'ogiweta n'ezaala emiti emirala ng'ebiri esatu n'obeera n'emiti ena, kitegeeza oba ogenda kukungula emmwanyi ku miti ena ku buli kikolo. Ekikolo katugambe kye kino, ekitegeeza nti amakungula go gajja kuba gakola ki? Geeyongera. So kati n'ebigambo ebyo mu ddakiika eziddako bassebo ne bannyabo tugenda kubanga tulaba engeri gye tuwetamu emmwanyi zino. So ladies and gentlemen, in the coffee training process, there are two methods that commonly are used in this process. There is one where we use a peg like this one here, of this kind. We are going to see the reason as to why we use this kind of peg. In other cases, we use straight pegs. and a string. But now this one is easier and much faster, and of course it is much safer in order not to hurt our coffee plant. So with me today is one of my teammates with whom we are doing this, Mr. Sanyu Moses. Sanyu Moses, you can wave to the people. You can wave to the people. That is Mr. Sanyu Moses, and he's the one who is going to be showing us exactly what happens in the coffee training process. Normally, we train this coffee, or we bend it in layman's language, facing the direction of the sunset, okay? So that this our coffee can get the early morning sunshine. So the sunset is the direction in which we bend our coffee. Where the sun sets is the direction where we bend our coffee. Mu Luganda nti bwe tuba tuweta emmwanyi zaffe zino tuziweta nga tuziza ku mukono enjuba oba omusana gye gudda. So kati tukwata akati kano nga bwe mulabye, akati kali Sanyu kabadde akutte bassebo ne bannyabo. We get this peg, and we get our palm commonly from the soil, and we measure, as you can see, I hope you can see, and then we bend the coffee at an angle of 45 degrees from the ground, okay, like you have seen us do. Now this our coffee plant had already produced another tree. You can see it has two from the mother plant, but we need more. We need at least another one or two. That's why we have decided to bend one of them and leave the other. So this is one tree. Guno muti gumu, kati guno gwe tuwese gwe muti omulala, kati tusuubira omuti guno okutuzaalirayo ebyana ebirala wano. Bituba tulabawo bulungi nnyo wano, oba oliawo ne wano. Kati bwe gunaaba gutuzaalidde okwo kwe tujja okulekako ebyana ebirala, tubeere ekigendererwa kyaffe wano kwe kubeera kitono nnyo n'emiti esatu, naye era n'ekinene nnyo emiti ena. Our goal is to have at least 3 coffee trees geared towards of course boosting our yield at the time of harvesting. So this is how the coffee training process is undertaken, okay? We shall be seeing more of that even as we train more plants, so that you can really be well conversant with this. The other thing is we normally bend this coffee when it is around knee height, and for a coffee plantation well taken care of, or for a coffee plant well taken care of, to reach knee height, or quite of normally it takes around 6 to 7 months, okay? When the plant is being taken good care of course, in a fertile soil and all the other necessary steps in caring for the crop. So yes, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to come with us as we train more plants, so that we can be much more well conversant with how this process is undertaken. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we are today undertaking yet another step in our coffee establishment process, and we called this training. So now we are going to see exactly how training happens, okay? And with me is Sanyu Moses, still doing this. Is one of my teammates with whom we do this work. So this is Sanyu Moses. So normally when we are bending this coffee, we bend it towards the sunset. As you can see here where I'm filming from, the sun is setting on the other side. You can be able to see it. I hope you can see my finger. And this is where we bend the coffee towards. The goal of bending it in that direction is that this coffee plant benefits the most from the early morning sunshine, okay? So basebo ne banyawo bwe tuba tuweta emmwanyi zino, tuzitunuza mu direction oba ku ludda omusana gye gugwa, ekitegeera, oba bwe guba gusituka ku makya tuziweta tuzitunuza eri gye guba gukubye. Kansuubire nti nkola amakulu. Okay, but like I had explained in English, we bend it towards the sunset, so that as the sun rises in the morning, which now our sun here comes from this direction, as you can see, as we bend this coffee in the other direction, it can benefit from the early morning sunshine as it rises from this side. Okay, so once we do it, Sanyu, you can get the peg there. We bend it 45 degrees from the ground. Okay, as you can see, Sanyu has done, but we'll be careful not to hurt the coffee, the plant. Yeah. And then we fix this into the soil, okay, to hold it there. So once we have done, once we have done that, now this plant most likely will produce for us another plant around here and another plant around there, okay, or probably even around here. You can see this one already has 2, but we need more. That's why we are That's why we are bending it, so that it can produce more, as I've already explained, so that we can have more yield. Ntuweta omuti guno already gwade gwatuzalira emiti 2, ne kati wano ekigendererwa kyaffe kyakubeera n'emiti 4. Emiti egyo 4 gyonna bwe ginaaba gituzaalidde emmwanyi, tusobole okubeera n'amakungula agawerako buli muti. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that is how the coffee training process or step, mu Luganda kye tuyita okuweta emmwanyi, is done. We usually do it when the coffee plant, the initial plant that you put into the soil, has attained or has reached a knee height. Okay, yes, so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time for yet another learning tip, be blessed.